Hello everybody, Peter Malone here again. Just give you a little bit of information about myself. I am a driving instructor. I'm also a coach for driver development, coach for driver behaviour, also health and safety advisor, so I'm well experienced to show you these techniques. So this time I'll show you how to pull over. This is the third and this is when people say to me, what should I do on my first couple of lessons, Peter, that type of thing, when they're going with somebody. And ideally, you know, we're on a hill now. The first lesson that I showed you, move off, pull over. The second lesson was pull up and pull off on an angle. So this one is the third. And this is what you should be doing. Ideally, this is what you want to do when you're first taking your driving lessons. You don't want to be driving around a car park, although I have taken people around only because it was their choice, but generally it's best to get on the road next to the curb and get used. But go to a quiet place. As I said in the last video, I'm going to show you how to use the clutch, keep the car from rolling backwards with just the gas and the clutch. So you should have a good pitch. I've got a good light on this light. Still got this on here. But yeah, so these lessons that I'm going to show you are like for beginners, but later on I'm going to show you, when you get more practice, how you can teach yourself to drive. I did a course years ago with one of the #1 ADI advanced instructor in the country, and he's got like master's, he's got all kinds of degrees and everything behind. So this guy wrote this book, Can Learners Teach Themselves to Drive. I did the course, and it's actually, you can, you know, there's nothing stopping you. Once you get to a certain level, then you can take it to the next level by just basically like if you're playing football or something, you had a poor performance, then all you want to do then make sure the next time you go out, which would be in a car, you want to make sure you improve that performance. And I'll show you how to do that. But just as I say for today, because it's just for beginners, I'm just going to show you how to move off on a hill. So we've moved off on the curb on the flat, yeah, we've moved off on an angle, and now we're going to move off on a hill. That's your ideal scenario if you're starting your driving lessons. You want to be doing this within 2 lessons. It might be a problem if there's no hills where your instructor or your parents or your friend might take, but see if you can find them where they can find you a flat road where it's quiet, car to pull out on an angle. And the third one is that you want this hill. This is not a bad hill, not too steep, but I'll just show you. Here we go. Clutch down, try and get that so you can see me clutch. Put these pointy shoes on, even there too, but I must have big feet. And there we go down, you should see that there. So I've stuck it in first. Remember, that clutch was the first movement. The second movement is about this far from the floor on this one, because it's a diesel, something a bit higher. This is like the biting point. What's happening now is there's a clutch plate attached to the engine spinning round, and there's one attached to the wheels, and you've got to get them together. If you bring them up, the clutch up too fast, it just cuts out. Okay, so here we go. So I'm not going to move off. What I'm going to do is, what I get my pupils to do is practice on a hill, is to get used to this clutch and gas working together. So I don't want to move off, I just want to keep it still like this. You see that? It's not moving. I'm on a hill. That's because I've got it just on the bite. Now if I push the clutch down like this, you see it rolling, but don't panic, just bring it back so it stops. Don't bring it back too quickly, because it will just either jump off, and generally it should stall because I haven't got much gas on here. So I'll show you again. Look, that's what I get my pupils to do. Release the handbrake, just use your gas and clutch, and what you want to do is have a practice of letting it roll back, because a lot of people panic. If you just do this, put the clutch down and it rolls back. When it rolls back, just bring it back to where it was and it will stop. That's it. Sometimes you might have little slight movements here when you're doing the bite. So imagine that's the point there in the middle. If it goes down the clutch, that means it's going to roll back. Bring it back to the point, to this bit, it'll stay still. A little bit of a messing around, you can see that. And then to move off, you just bring it up a little bit, and then just bring it to that bit again, in the middle bit. That keeps it still. Okay, so look at it again. I want to move off this time. I'm looking around, by the way, there's no more here. I just want to show you this clutch. I hope you can see me foot there with it's on. I just can't get it on that corner. You should be able to see it because I've got the camera. Let's see. Properly. Put it on my toe like that. That's it. So here, look, it's come to that point there. It's because it's diesel. These clutches on the diesel are a lot easier. Pestle probably a little bit sharper. So I'm going to put a bit of gas on it. Remember, put the thick of a pound coin. Just push it down a little bit. And I'm going to move off. What you want to do? I just release it up a little bit, but I don't let it go. I'm keeping control of it. So press the gas again, ease it up, squeeze it down. And this is what people do in a queue. When you see parents or someone or their friends in the car, and you wonder why they're moving slowly, but this is what they're doing here. Look, they're just controlling. It's called clutch control. So you press the gas, put the clutch up, you slow it down just in case the car in front of you. Because where I'm going now, I know there's a roadwork, so I'm going to be doing this in the queue. But this is what you do. So anyway, so you can see, you can keep the car still. Don't do this too long though, because it'll be puts a bit of pressure on your clutch. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move off and then pull over. There's a car coming here, so I'm not going to move just yet. Alright, so and then hopefully you'll get a little bit of practice improving this. As I say, but in the next lessons I'm going to take you further and further. But there's something I would like you to do, and that is to subscribe. There's 3 things again. I'll try and do things in 3s. Just going to move off here. Nothing coming. Ah yes, just in time. Just caught that fella. There's a little side road behind me. It's just popped out. I think they're letting out for work. There's another car coming. So this is where you're when you say this is what we call your anti-aider. I call it anti-aider because I'm assessing the situation and I'm going to make a decision. And when I make that decision, before I have to stop because the car came past. And then the third one, which is it's ADA: assess, decide, and then act. So I'm assessing again. I'm doing all my checking. And I'll give it. Now there's another one coming here. So the decision was wait because of this car coming up here. The most important thing is just stay relaxed. I know it's easy said than done, especially when you're just starting off. But it's getting a little bit busier, so we're only going to do in a moment. We're going to be finishing this lesson. I think the batteries are going flat on these cameras. I'm going to move off. But yeah, getting back to what I'd like you to do, please, and that is subscribe, press the notification bell, and give it a like. There's a fella over there. I'll give him a soon. Okay, so now a bit more gas is going up the hill. Remember this, off the gas, clutch down smoothly, select 2, clutch up smoothly, press the gas, and you get a nice smooth motion. I'm going to pull over again. I'm getting that curve roughly in the middle of the bonnet here, just there, and gently brake. I check my mirror to see I'm alright as well. Usually start braking before the stalls. I put my clutch down, and then I'm going to put me, it's on a hill, still on a hill, handbrake, neutral, switch my indicator off, and that is moving off on the hill. I hope you learned something from there, because a lot of people ask me questions. It's the clutch is the main. When you're first starting off, it's that clutch, because it might be embarrassing. But anyway, I shall see you in the next lesson, and